Welcome or welcome back. I'm Claire, and we're going to take a look at the current astrological weather as well as the daily energies at play with the tarot. If you've never come to my channel before, we just take a quick look at where, the collective consciousness is kind of at, and then beyond that, we'll do a little 3-card spread at the end. Timestamps for that are below if you don't want to hear the whole shebang, and I get it, you're busy, you got to get on with your life, but if you want to listen to all 3, I do recommend that as well, just because usually there's a little bit of crossover in the messages and you might hear something you didn't expect to. So what else is going on today? We're feeling like psychically exhausted in my house today. Everybody's kind of got a little bit of that new moon hangover. You know the one. So we're going to try and keep this toot sweet today. The moon is in Gemini all day today, so there's no void moon. There's just a lot of Gemini. So let's get into it. What are the collective energies today for May 23rd, 2020? Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. If you guys have been here for the past couple of days, you've known that this has been a very big theme for, I'm going to say, a lot of us. And then right underneath that is the 2 of Swords in the reverse, so a little bit of indecisiveness followed by the Death card. So perhaps a little bit of that energy is coming to a close with the Emperor directly underneath that. We can hope so. We can hope so. It's always nice to come out of indecision. So let's see maybe why that's going on. We have the 9 of Cups, the 4 of Cups reversed. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Sun reversed. And we have the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. Your happiness is found within you is the first message I hear. There's no use of looking externally for the validation which you seek. This is definitely the day to be tuning back into your inner voice and just imagining the possibilities. This is a very big day to not rush all over the place. This is not the time to be over exaggerating the joy or the happiness that you feel about a certain X, Y, or Z. This is definitely the time to let yourself be whatever, This can be coming out of that period of indecision we were kind of talking about right at the beginning there. It is flanked on either side by the Queen of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So it's almost like whatever you were flip-flopping between, like that, whatever. Oh, okay, that's cool. Whatever is maybe causing like this energy, this like a lot of possibilities. I feel like today you're going to make a decision one way or the other, and it's going to be something that you feel is your happiness. Is kind of what comes through there. And it's going to bring some pretty big changes. This could also be wherever you are. We're in Canada here, so this could also be coming out of isolation. This could also be coming out of a sort of, I want to say a place where you're in your head a lot. Okay, that's it for collective energies. So you guys have your card 1, 2, or 3 in mind. We're going to take a quick look at personalized advice for you, whoever you happen to be. Okay, I have the collective messages for today. Got 1, got 2, got 3. Bottom of the decks, 2 of Wands. This can be waiting energy. This can be looking at the future. This can be not being sure what to do with the future. Okay, card number 1. We have the Knight of Swords for you, card number 1. So today might be a idea day. This might be working with the Gemini moon. This might be working with that energy of new inspiration has come in. You're going to follow your ideas wherever they lead you. This is definitely like, this can be you, this can be someone else. I'm kind of feeling like this is you though. This is like selfish energy in the best way. This is definitely self-sufficiency. This is, you know, once your mind has wrapped itself around the situation, there's no stopping you. And sometimes that's really actually, you know, let's clarify. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, wow, and the Hermit, wow. The bottom of the deck is the victorious Six of Wands, followed by the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so okay, great, cool guys. So Knight of Swords, whatever happened in this period of introspection for you, this is like a new start. Like a new start financially. This is a new start spiritually. This can also be a new start sexually. Or in relation to your spirituality is kind of what I'm hearing. And today is the day that you are going to be in rapid motion, putting those things into action, getting your dreams underway, and really kind of honing back into that sense of security, whatever, you know, like whatever came up through the ether for you. Today you're like, I'm going to just do me. I'm going to rely on that. I'm not going to kind of take no shit from nobody. It's kind of what I hear. So that's it for you. Card number 1. Card number 2, we have the Chariot. Charioto. So this could be you. This could be a Cancer in your life. Chariot is willpower. Okay. To clarify, we have the Page of Wands. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. Yite. And we have the High Priestess, and then the Tower on the bottom of the deck. So this is the part of the video where I get to readjust because I'm gay and nobody who's gay said it's normal. We have a lot going on here, guys, for you. There's like embracing the fact that your life may not be super traditional in a sense. Like this is you, you know, this is you being like, my life path is maybe like a little bit different from what people expect from me. And like these two together, like this is that white picket fence energy that we're kind of been talking about, I don't know, like all week with this Venus retrograde. This is kind of looking at like, I don't want a toxic family situation. I don't want to be in a community that doesn't see me for who I am. The High Priestess is here just to kind of be like, look, you know, your inner voice is really what's going to get you through this period of change, whatever's like this tower moment that's happening for you. This might be you realizing like, I am never going to have the, you know, the white picket fence, the 2.5 kids, the SUV, like, I don't know. Whatever it is that like society expects of you, you're taking a look at that, and it's coming from a place internally where you're like, I don't want that. I don't want your gender norms. I don't want your like whatever, you know, it's just and good for you. You're kind of, I feel like with you, pile number 2, you're kind of just realizing like this is not a healthy culture for me. I mean, like this, like, let's not go and, you know, say it's not healthy for everyone, because I think a lot of people do thrive in those environments. But for you specifically, you're listening to your inner voice and you're getting real with yourself about like, if I'm going to be on my shit, I'm going to have to do it a little bit differently than what is expected of me in whatever culture you're kind of in. That's it for you, card number 2. Let's go on to card number 3. We have the 7 of Cups reversed. So this is kind of like opposite energy in a way. There's a lady walking outside my window and she's got her cat in a carrier. Do you ever just realize that like people's lives go on? You're like, oh. I would not want to be that cat today. So Seven of Cups reversed is talking about, this is kind of coming out of that period of, I want to say self-delusion. This is coming out of, I mean, look at the card, right? So in the upright, there's all of these cups. There's all of these possibilities. You know, you might be looking at what your heart's desire is. There might be too many voices in your head, you know, like whatever it is. In the reverse, it's kind of like you've examined the possibilities, whatever, you know. Okay, we've got Four of Swords. We've got Seven of Pentacles. And the Nine of Swords reversed. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, pretty much what I was just kind of nosing around there. So this is like introspection. Like introspection is like one of my favorite words because it really does kind of just, you know, there's not enough of it sometimes in our world. But there's three swords. The swords are always about intellect. It's always about the power of the mind. It's always about new ideas. There's three here, but to access the fourth, the knight has to become still. This card has such an interesting history. I might do a little bit more of a post on it later, but this is basically about when knights were being initiated and they would have to stand vigil in order to like receive the mysteries. This is kind of like a card of initiation. So pile number 3, like not to get too woo-woo or whatever, but this might be you coming out of that period of initiation, especially with this dude hanging out. You're looking in the past, you're looking at your harvest, you're looking at what has kind of like come out of this I don't know, initiatory season for you, or what let me look at the numbers for a second. We've got 4, we've got 7, we've got 7, we've got 9. So this might be looking at what the past 6 to 7 months were about for you and just kind of recognizing how far you've come. Don't succumb to this energy. You know, you're coming out of this energy. Let the Ace of Swords carry you further. You know, let your mental clarity kind of pave the way for whatever is, you know, whatever it was that was revealed to you. All right, that's it for you, card number 3. I'm going to wrap it up with those cards. Who am I to say no? We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords reversed again, and then we have the Fool reversed. So this is kind of like you're going to be evaluating, guys, whatever new paths you are carving for yourself today. This is a caution. Be decisive about what you want, but don't take any new leaps. Now is not the time. Yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Get clear about what you want today, and get practical about how you're going to do it before you or when you listen to outside voices too much. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope this resonated. I will have the timestamps below again, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye.